Good evening and welcome to the Green Room, and a very hot day here in sunny LA. We're in LA, that's where we're coming from this evening. Los Angeles, California, because I had to go all the way, had to get a new t-shirt. Mr. T's made this t-shirt. Well, Eleanor Shanley is laughing at me t-shirt. What?
I think it's lovely.
Isn't it cool?
Yes.
That's cool. Mr. T's in Town Hall Street in Cavan. Thanks, Dave. And big look. We had Eleanor Shanley once, but they sold out.
Were they like that? Was that the picture in front?
Yeah.
You and me?
Yeah.
Lovely.
Well, you've guessed by now, but my guest is the lovely Eleanor Shanley, and Eleanor is coming. She's here pre-Fleadh, but we're going to talk about Eleanor, why she's here, what she's doing, and what she's going to be doing over the Fleadh. Of course, she has a big show, but we're going to talk about that first. First of all, we go back to Eleanor Shanley as a young lassie in Carrigan. Now, we were talking before the show, and Carrigan has a very special place in my life.
I know, I couldn't believe that.
Yeah?
Phelim and the Magnets.
Yes. That's it.
And I remember I used to go to Hillsbrook House.
Yeah.
To see Phelim and the Magnets.
That must be 5 years ago.
It's easily 5 years ago. Easily. And I can't remember anything further than 5 years back.
No, I'm the same. I've got little white tablets. I'll give you some before you go now.
Oh, great.
Help you forget everything. Absolutely everything. But Eleanor, where did it start for you now? In Carrigan?
In Carrigan.
County
Well,
Leitrim.
in school, really, when I came home singing to my mother a song called My Own Leitrim Home, of all things. And she kind of said to me, God, you can sing. You have a voice. And she put me in for the Thossil competition in Drumshanbo. And I was 9 at that stage, in fact, and I went into the Thossil and I got first prize, a cup. And all I wanted to do from there on was sing. And
that's what you've been doing since?
No, I went through school, did the thing of going for a proper job, a PMP job.
Right.
And I got a PMP job in Foss in Dublin, permanent and pensionable for those who don't know.
Yeah.
And
this is how young
I am.
This is how young Eleanor Shanley really is, because I come from the Anco days and Manpower, but she comes from Foss.
Okay, I hate to say this. It was Anco when I joined.
No. Was it really? Anco, oh my God. Where was that?
For about a week.
Oh.
And that was in Dublin, Bagot Street.
Oh.
And I stayed there for 9 years.
9 years?
But while I was there, I studied speech and drama at night time.
Right.
And I was involved in a thing called Leitrim Wild Roses, Tops of the Town.
Yeah.
Don't
worry, I remember all these things. I really do.
We were amazing. Actually, we were probably, I hope none of them are listening to me out there, because I think we were probably the worst group in the Tops of the Town thing, but we definitely had the most fun. Because we didn't take it seriously, we just had fun. And I used to sing at sessions then in pubs, I used to go ramble down to the Merchant on the Quays where Danann found me.
Yes. And tell us about that. Because nobody knows the Danann connection. They know you're in Danann, of course, but how did that happen?
I was just...
Dolores Keane, 1 minute. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, Dolores had just left and I was in a session in the Merchant. And Ned O'Shea, who owns the Merchant, and Frank Cooney would have been friendly with the lads in Danann, and they rang the lads and told them there was one that comes in here singing in the session. You should have a listen to her. So I went down to Galway and I met Frankie Cavan and Alec Finn. And 2 weeks after...
What were you thinking, going down?
I remember going down, and I remember Alec's wife picked me up, and they live kind of very alternative lifestyle to what I would have been in the suits and the whole bit working in Foss,
Yes, of course.
And I remember going down, and Alec's wife, Leonie, came to pick me up, and she got out of the Jeep in this kind of floaty dress and no shoes, And I was
Bohemian rock and roll.
What am I getting myself into here,
Yeah.
And we went out and had a run through in this little cottage in Spiddle. Even though I didn't know at the time, they live in a castle in Oranmore, but they had a cottage in Spiddle as well. And met up with them. Martina Goggin, who's a really good friend of mine still, was their manager at the time. And met up, sang a few songs.
Do you remember what you sang?
I tell you what, I sung Sweet Forget Me Not, which was a song Dolores used to do at the time. And I think probably Hard Times.
And songs with a lot of feeling, they weren't just...
Oh no, because I used to love all the... I still love songs that have like
A story to them.
A story to them, yeah. And I like kind of sad songs as well, but I try to sing happy songs. I try to make sad songs sound happy. But
don't worry, I have seen you singing Chuck Berry song.
I do, yes.
Yeah. We'll talk about that after. Tell me more. I want to know about your history, your singing history first. Now, come on.
Yeah.
So it went from there to, they said, you're in.
You're in.
Dolores is gone.
Yep.
She was gone on to Pastures New.
Yes, exactly. And they were going to Wales, Finland and Sweden. And the first gig I did with them, I mean, I had only met Frankie Nallick. I hadn't met Aidan Coffey or Colin Murphy or any of the rest of the band at all. I met them on the flight on the way over, I think. And Wales was the first gig. It was a huge festival, an open air festival. And I just
what were you thinking?
I didn't know where I was or what. And I remember going on stage, just even, this is how professional I was. Walking on stage, I said to Frankie Cavan, you'll introduce the songs, won't you? He says, oh, not at all, you do it yourself. And I'd done sessions and things, but never spoken to an audience. It was a whole other discipline.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing that it took me a long time to actually master and to kind of see the audience as my friend and not my enemy. I used to go and think, oh God, they all think I'm stupid every time I'd open my mouth. But I love audiences now, and I love banter with them.
Oh yeah, you can knock it off.
Absolutely, and the more slagging I get from an audience, the more I enjoy it.
You're coming to Cavan, you're in for good slagging, we come here, daughter, don't worry.
Good.
But now, hold on, just rewind a slight bit there, right? What did Mum and Dad say? Hold on, you had this lovely pensionable job with Foss, stroke, ankle strength, manpower, you know what?
Yeah, they were amazing. They really, really were. They were both completely behind me. My family were completely behind me on it because I'd spent the 9 years in the day job. They knew I could have gone on with it and been okay, but not particularly happy.
Yeah.
And this is what I always wanted to do.
And did you take a leap of faith? Did you take a leave of absence, or did you say, no, I'm gone?
I'm gone. I took 2 weeks to do the tour, and the minute I came back from the tour, I said, bye-bye, I'm gone.
You got the bug.
I got the bug, and that was it, and there was no way I was going to go back. And as I remember, the guy who was one of the directors in the place at the time, in Foss, said to me, he said, well, if you don't grab this opportunity, you're madder than I ever thought you were. And he didn't think I was mad.
No, but you haven't looked back at it.
Oh no, I haven't. Yeah. I mean, financially, definitely, if you're in a 9 to 5 P&P job, you have that security. You have a wage at the end of every week. You have a pension on the way and all of that. So it's a completely different thing. This, if you were to do this for the money, you'd be crazy.
Yes, yeah.
Absolutely crazy, because it's so kind of this week you're busy, next week you're not, and that's the way it is. That's the way it goes.
No, that's how I ended up here.
If I keep working, I'll end up there too. You will. With a t-shirt like that.
Yes. T-shirt. Mr. T's. Yeah, get your t-shirt.
Did you make that
t-shirt? Cavan.
Are you sure you didn't draw the picture yourself?
No, excuse me.
Okay.
Excuse me, no.
Okay, you're a better drawer than that.
Right, but we're going to give you a little break because I'm going to play this song now. We had a big discussion before you came in. Myself and Dave and Brian, we were getting things ready and that, and I wanted to play this video. And it's not a video. It's just a graphic of you and Ronnie Drew. Oh. But the song is amazing. It's a Shel Silverstein song. And we're going to play it now. The boys didn't want to play it because there's no movement on it, but it's worth just listen to this song because the history of the song is fantastic. It's recorded by Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings, everything. But this is the definitive version of our Eleanor that's with us this evening and the late and very great Ronnie Drew. Just have a listen to this and we'll be back in a minute. We'll give Eleanor a kitchen water. Like a brandy.
I've got a couple more years on ya, baby, that's all. I've had more chances to fly, more places to fall. It's not that I'm wiser, it's just that I've spent more time with my back to the war. And I picked up a couple more years on you, baby, that's all.
You walked a couple more roads than me, baby, that's all. You're tired of running, and I'm only learning to crawl. But I'm going somewhere.
And I've been to somewhere, and I found it was nowhere at all. And I picked up a couple more years on you, baby, that's all.
Fantastic. A pharmacist. Look. Right.
Telling me really good jokes.
Well, I wasn't. Not at all.
Yes, he was.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. There's no room for any of that in here. That was Eleanor and Ronnie Drew. And what was really going on was she was telling me the history of that. And Eleanor worked with Ronnie for 12 years on and off. But that was from your album Duets. Was that right?
That was from, that was the, well actually that album was, I made that before the Duets one. That was Eleanor, or the Couple More Years album with Ronnie. And we met when I was guesting on their Dubliners 30 Years of Greying album. And I was with Danann, and myself and Ronnie met at that stage. And we became great friends. And then he left the Dubliners and I left Danann around the same time. And we were going to Finland as, they were separate kind of groups. And there was a reception in the Finnish embassy and we got chatting and we said, why don't we do something together, you know? So Matty Fox was managing me at the time and he came up with this song and we turned it into
Matty Fox?
Yeah.
Now there's another name from the past. And I know Matty's probably watching this now. But Matty and my dad were great mates as
Really?
well. Yeah.
God.
When he was a singer.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
remember
Yes,
Matty
yes,
was a singer.
yes,
Then he went off to
yes.
manage Christy more.
That's right.
And people like that. But he was your manager.
He was, yes he was, right through that time. And I had a great time with Ronnie. It was great fun touring with Ronnie, you
An
know.
absolute legend.
And he was awful funny. I remember one time we were in an airport, you know, and it was in, what's the one in London? Heathrow, yeah.
Yeah.
And he wanted to get a newspaper and he rushed up to the desk and there was one person in the queue. But they were fumbling and he just reached out and he put the paper around and gave the money in. And your woman says to me, says, excuse me sir, there's a queue. And he says, a queue? There's no queue. You call that a queue? It's no wonder you've lost the Empire. You know, and she was looking at him like, well, is the Empire ballroom closed or the nightclub closed or something? Like, what Empire? But he was great.
But you'd Ronnie, and then tell us about your Duets album now. Tell us.
Duets was, well, Ronnie was there. Christy Hennessy.
Another great talent.
Yeah,
you know,
he was fantastic as well. Charlie McGettigan,
Charlie,
my old pal.
we will have you
Hello,
here, Charlie
Charlie.
McGettigan. You can run, but you cannot hide. You will be
Exactly.
here. Kesh Carrigan, up the road from Shambo.
Yes, not that far away, Charlie,
No.
honestly. And you'll be okay. Bring your gun with you, you'll be all right. Charlie, Dolores Keane,
Yes.
Danann, because Alec Finn actually produced it for me. Alec Finn from Danann. Johnny Doohan,
Yeah. Yeah.
Desi O'Halloran. Who else? Ray Lynham,
Yeah.
whom I love. I love Ray Lynham.
Well, Ray Lynham's one of these legends that should have. I think Ray Lynham was too soon.
I think he's probably, to me anyway, one of the best country singers ever come out
Ever.
of Ireland.
Out of Ireland.
Yeah.
And too soon.
Yeah. And he's still singing great.
When
I
his
heard it a few weeks ago.
when not his star faded because he's still singing now, but after Ray Lynham, so to speak, you know, this American country took off,
Yes, absolutely.
and he would have fitted in
and
so
he
well
would
with
have
all
fitted
that.
in perfectly with that. Yeah.
Oh my God! And
With
it's stuff
Eddie
like-
Reader was in there in the album as well. Eddie
was a
Francis,
fantastic
Scottish.
experience seeing all these people and
was-
saying,
It was absolutely amazing. Yeah, it really was. It was very easy. Sharon Shannon, and we did it in Sharon's studio, in fact.
Yeah.
So it was a very easy album to do. For some reason, it was very calm and kind of, there was no pressure.
not the
you
usual
know.
tension.
Not the usual tension
Do
of
it
kind of, you know,
again,
yeah, do
cut.
it again, cut, exactly. Because some of it was done like, say, Christy Hennessy's track, I did my piece here and it was sent off to him. He did his piece in the UK, you know.
Yeah.
And
But it was, the people you were working with were laid back anyway.
pretty much.
They were
Alec is very laid back.
Yeah. Time enough. Time enough.
Yeah, it'll be done, don't worry.
I reckon Irish people and Jamaican people have there's no such thing as hurry
Yeah.
up. You know, take your
Thankfully.
time.
That's what I hated about the Celtic Tiger.
Yeah.
Suddenly everything changed into kind of hurry up,
Yeah,
everything
get
has
it
to be
done
done
as
now.
quick
Yeah.
as possible.
I think it's kind of getting back to a nice place again, to be honest. If
Well, it is.
people weren't so broke, it might be better. But but the thing is, I've always been broke. Through the Celtic Tiger, I've been broke. So I don't know the difference.
Yeah, but yeah, mega millionairess now.
No, but I plan to be. That's still in the plans.
It's still there on the agenda.
On the
Which
agenda.
brings us right up to now, to the Fleadh.
Up to
Yeah,
the flag,
yeah,
really.
for
This is
Cavan.
actually probably one of the biggest things I've done, really. I'm so looking forward to this because it was Martin Donoghue who said to me last Christmas, look, if you put a night together for me, you can pick the Dome, the church, the...
Who said this to you?
Martin Donoghue.
Oh, good man.
Cavan man, Martin.
Good man, Spongy. Ah,
I want to ask her that name.
I should tell you off camera. Oh no, enough said. Go on, tell us.
But Martin said put a night together, and I was kind of thinking to myself, golly, I was thinking the town hall, and then when I was putting the names together, I said, well, if all those people, surely we could do the Dome.
Yes.
So we have Danann.
We have the poster now. Here, give us a look at this now, Dave. Just we see this. There you are, look.
That's it. Danann, Sean Kane, the fabulous Sean Kane. Folk Procession, that's Mick Hanley, Seamus Begley, Frankie Lane, Paul Kelly, and myself. Edwina Guckin and the McDermott sisters are dancing.
Yes.
Cavan Donoghue, then your own local Cavan.
Yes, Cavan, yeah, it's been here with me.
And Cavan man himself, Michael Harding, is
Oh,
going
yes.
to read. He's going to read from the Tinker's Curse
Yeah,
and kind of tie the whole night together, you know.
that'd be fantastic.
I'm so
When
looking
is that?
forward to it.
That's next Tuesday.
Tuesday the 14th, yes.
Is that next Tuesday?
That's next Tuesday.
In the Dome.
In the Dome. And it's imprinted on my brain because I've been thinking about very little else for the
Right.
last while.
Show us the poster again, Dave, if you have it handy there just for a second. Just because somebody's after ringing us there and saying, did Eleanor Shanley say, folk the recession, or did she say folk the recession? What she actually said was, folk the recession. Wasn't it?
I said FOLK, the recession.
Which is a band.
Which is a band.
Which is a band. And what are you MCing, singing,
I'm singing.
and MCing?
And, well, I don't... There
Course
won't
you
be much
will.
seeing, really, because it's just... Everybody knows who pretty much everyone is.
I
you
know,
know,
but
so,
somebody has to go out there and say,
I might, go out and tell some hilarious jokes.
don't worry, I'll tell you one or two
I'll get
now.
you to do that, actually.
No. No, there's only money in it.
Well, it's about 50 quid.
It's all right, per joke.
Yeah, no, for the whole night of jokes.
Oh, for a whole night. Oh, we'll try our best anyway. How much is it in, seriously?
It's tenner in.
Tenner,
It's only
which
a
is-
tenner, which is amazing value. We wanted to keep it like that, so give people a break, you know.
Yeah. Next Tuesday in the Dome, and local people will know where the Dome is, but for those of you who don't, it'll be out the Coothill Road. So when you get to Cavan, go out the Coothill Road, out towards Cavan Institute. Well, it'll be well signposted anyway. And you'll see all the crowds going to, and get your tickets early, because I know last year in the Dome, everything sold out really, really quick.
So
Because the crowds that are coming into town already for the Fleadh,
apparently
I
they're
just-
flying. It's good.
just mad.
I was just going to ask you where the Dome is, actually, because I was looking for signs around there. I wasn't sure. I wasn't in it last year, you see. 'Cause I wasn't around.
Don't worry, I'll bring you out now when this is over. I'll bring you out and show you where the Dome is.
If you never see me again, you know where I am.
What now? We said this earlier. Now, what the other side of Eleanor Shanley that nobody sees is a rock and roll heart. Is this right?
I try anything, pretty much. I just love... That's one of the reasons, actually, I love being with Danann, was because they were a trad band, but, like, they ventured into all kinds of different music. Like, when I was there, we did the gospel album.
Yeah.
That was an amazing experience. And then from that, I kind of progressed, if you, for want of a better word, into trying out different types of music. Like, I love singing country music as well. And I do the little bit of rock and roll now and again.
Who did you listen to? It wasn't all trad.
No, it wasn't all trad. And I would listen to Emmylou Harris, Joan Baez, all that kind of folk.
Is that the
country
Emmylou
music.
Harris version of C'est la vie?
It is.
It's fantastic.
Yes, that's the I learned that years ago.
Now, Dave, have you got that there? Just this clip now. You don't know this is coming up.
Oops.
But
Oops.
we got it. We're only going to show a little bit of it, right? Because, you know, these YouTube... There's nothing untoward on it. It's you singing Chuck Berry, which is...
So with Sharon.
Yes.
Ah, goody.
Yes. Right, Dave, if you can just let it roll there now, and we're just going to play a wee bit of this, because we're going to get...
Oh,
No! Just while you've 10 of them tops. See, everybody knows you've gone to a gig after you've been at me. Things that are said to me when these clips are on, not by Eleanor Shanley.
no.
But no, I'm not going to. There's a lady present, and I know there's another lady in there that's going to get a good telling off now. Laura, no, I'm not saying anymore. That footage was actually is on CorkTV.com. Actually, and that was you rocking it.
That was me rocking it, yes.
With Sharon Shannon.
And obviously it was just an hour ago because I'm wearing the same top.
That was recorded an
I
hour
just
ago.
changed my trousers.
Yeah.
That was with Sharon Shannon. I did the Christmas tour with Sharon and
And Shane McGowan.
Shane McGowan.
What was that like?
Fantastic. Really, really good fun.
Is it an act?
It's not an act. It's definitely not an act.
Not
no.
an act.
No, it's not an act. But he's all right, he's not sober or anywhere close. But when he gets to stage and when he walks out on that stage, the place just goes nuts, and he can really work the audience, you know. Even though
he's an enigma, then.
He's a complete enigma to me, anyway.
But it doesn't have to do anything, so to speak. You know, just kind of.
He remembers the words. I'll tell you, he remembers all his words and all his timings and everything else more than I do. I can tell you.
And
then I had to dance with him at the end of the Fairy Tale of New York. He does this dance, this waltz thing, so I had to dance with him all the time. But his feet are about that long.
What?
His huge feet. Well, big shoes, big feet.
Big shoes, big feet.
Yes. And I'm kind of a clumsy dancer anyway, so I was tripping across them half the time. You know? And I'm dancing.
He should have just stood on his feet and got shuffled round.
Actually, I should have thought of that. Yes,
I'll dance with you after. I'll show you what to do. I'll show you the men's steps. Who else? Who else was on that? Sharon Shannon.
Sharon and her big band.
Yeah.
It's a big band.
And that is a big band.
That is a big
great
band.
stuff.
There's about 7 in the band. You know, James Delaney and Richie Buckley, all those fabulous players.
Yeah, and
Jack
great
Maron.
crack.
And great fun. Great fun. Actually, Sharon is great. I'm very fond of Sharon anyway. We're good friends for a long time.
Tell her we want her here. We'll
will.
We'll kidnap her and bring her in here. You come back with her.
But Sharon would love this.
Yeah, of course she would.
Yes, she would.
Crack.
Yes.
Great crack. What's on your MP3 player? Your iPod? Your iPhone?
There'd be a lot of Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan?
Yes. And then Paul Brady.
Yeah. Now hold on, it's Ellen, I'm sorry. Just have to do this every week. I told Ellen I have to do this every week. They're taking me a piece out because they're not shutting up in there and I can't talk to you properly, but now I can.
They're so mean.
Yeah, and you will hear what they were saying.
Oh, we'll talk. Oh, I have a good idea. We'll talk about them.
Yeah.
because we've got the camera.
And now that the trouble is, we're not going to know when to finish, so we just keep on talking. Just keep on. You can say what you like, Dave.
Did you see the state of them in there?
I know.
Oh, God, really.
Yeah. And he's like my shorts. What?
Yes.
We'll be in.
Yeah.
Bob Dylan, Paul Brady.
Yes. And the Emmylou Harris. Joan Baez is still there. All of those. Bonnie Raitt. Dolores Keane.
Yes.
Sean Kane. And then tons and tons of myself.
Oh, yeah, of
Actually,
course.
no, I never listen to myself. Ever.
But do you do the old trick of, like, they say actors don't watch themselves in films?
No, I don't.
Do you never listen back?
I
Only in the
don't, I
studio,
can't.
obviously, and go...
In studio, that's it. And I even, if I go into a hairdresser's or into a restaurant or something that the music I'm playing in the background, I cringe. I really get kind of, oh no.
Yeah. But you're humble, which is no harm at all. But what's the future, Ellen?
Future
after
is
the Fleadh?
touring.
Don't forget the Fleadh next Tuesday, 15th
Yes,
of
really
August.
important.
Only €10, out in the Dome. Fantastic show. You see the posters. No matter where you go, if you're a visitor to Cavan, make sure you get to see this show. What's after that?
After that is Finland and America with Danann, and then with myself and Frankie.
You do all of America? Coast to coast?
We're just going over for a festival in Philadelphia. We did coast to coast earlier on in March, and we'll probably go back next March. But
I imagine this woman gave up a job with Foss. So why wouldn't you?
but the good thing about Foss now is some of my closest friends are still people I met in Foss. Actually, one of them is from Cavan, Caroline O'Reilly.
Oh, yeah.
I'm back to play for her in Cavan.
Oh, Foss. Do you know what Foss stands for nowadays with younger people?
Oh no, I'd like to hear them. Nobody ever told me that when I was in Foss, and I didn't have the guts to say that.
That's it. But that's what the younger generation are saying now.
Can I tell them what it is?
What? Eleanor Shanley, what does Foss stand for? Hold on, because it's still a government organisation.
But isn't it changed its name now to something else?
What is it now? Ha, if you think you're going to get a job. Tickets
there
here.
Are no jobs.
Tickets at this window.
Exactly.
Tell me more. Come on.
But yes.
America.
And then Finland. And then...
Finland, the Irish traditional group going to Finland.
Yes, and Finland, it's like coming full circle, because one of the first things I ever did with Danann was Finland. It was Wales, then on to Finland. So I've gone back to Danann just last year, and gone back to Finland now. So hopefully that's not the end of it. Like there's not.
No. Like you say, it's come full circle again, and Ireland's come full circle again, and people.
Yes, and then we go places as exotic as Navan, Ballinadlera. Actually, we were in Switzerland last weekend, and we played to 7,000 people in Switzerland. It was fantastic, and we came back to Keju on Sunday night and played in Kilronan Hall in Keju. And
I know it.
Absolute magic.
I know it well.
It's magic.
I know it well. All these places. Yeah. I know. No, Switzerland. No, I don't know.
We'll bring you to Switzerland the next time.
What? If you need a drummer.
Yes.
Crazy drummer. 50 Shades of Grey. That's just me hair.
I haven't read that yet. Everyone is talking about it.
No.
Somebody, you've read it, have you?
No, somebody I know has read it. And just said,
I can hear that, Laura.
Get us a bunch of flowers, babe. That's what they said. Instead of the book. That's all I want.
Oh, really? A bunch of flowers. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Eleanor Shanley, I'm getting signals, I'm getting flares, I'm getting this, I'm getting the other. Laura is waving at me as well. Hi, Laura. I just want to say thanks a million. I knew it was going to be good, but it's been absolutely fantastic having a fantastic Eleanor Shanley on with us. And once again, next Tuesday, the 15th of August, in the Dome at the Fleadh in Cavan Town, Eleanor and her gang will be along. Eleanor, thanks a million.
An absolute pleasure. I wish everything was as enjoyable as this. It really was fantastic, Paul. Thank you.
Thanks a million, Eleanor. Ladies and gentlemen, Eleanor Shanley. Next week we have the legend that is Pat McManus. So we're going to try to rock next week. Charlie McGettigan, we're coming to get you. Bye-bye.